to Left Line. In recent news, Joe Coy made offensive comments at the recent Golden Globes, with comments towards Martin Scorsese, Taylor Swift, and especially Barbie.
Oppenheimer is based on a 721-page Pulitzer Prize-winning book about the Manhattan Project. And Barbie is on a plastic doll with big boobies.
These jokes struck a nerve with the audience due to the bigoted nature, and especially about Barbie, as to do with the film is about feminism and empowerment of women. These jokes were seen as criticising women on things that they shouldn't have been criticised about. We travelled here to Bilborough to see a much younger perspective on what these comments meant to this audience, especially with a larger female population and what they thought about these comments. What do you think about the recent Joe Coy statements and jokes that were made at the recent Golden Globes?
I think they're disgusting, you know? I mean, everybody says that women's representation in media has come so far, but we've still got people like Joe Coy making sexist jokes like that on a massive show.
I thought they were quite embarrassing and that he should have been much better prepared and he should be a bit ashamed.
Made at the Golden Globes.
I think it just shows that the Barbie movie was valid because he kind of represented everything that the Barbie movie was against.
And how do you think women are represented in media?
I think they're overly sexualised and just portrayed to be there for male pleasure and to look at because they just are.
Not great. There's definitely been improvements in the last couple of decades, but I still think the underlying issues that you see in older productions carry over here.
Well, I think most of the time it's pretty positive, like with the Barbie film, but I think a lot of people like him tend to sort of misconstrue that and see it as, take it in the wrong way when it's supposed to be empowering, but a lot of people tend to see it as poking fun.
Well, he's not wrong, Gerwig stated. She's the first doll to be mass-produced with breasts, so he was right on. And you know, I think that made so much of the project of the movie very unlikely, because it was about a plastic doll. Barbie, by her very construction and definition, has no character, no story, she's there to be projected upon. Gerwig's comments largely ignored Joe Coy's comments, but she was very sensible talking about them, stating that she wasn't offended and she actually agreed with him. But Greta outlined that her film was about feminism and about how people project their opinions upon women, using Barbie as an outline to these comments. And now, a lot of Hollywood and a lot of the directors got annoyed at Joe Coy. Do you think they were validated to do this?
I think definitely, yeah. I mean, of course, he's got a right to make jokes, and I understand it probably came from a right place, but at the end of the day, you got to know your audience, and when you're making them kind of jokes, you got to be careful with what kind of things you're saying.
I think they definitely have the right to be annoyed because it's just derogatory and takes away from the work of the actors.
I think they have a right to be angry at him, you know. He's undermined all their work, no matter how many hours, days, weeks they put into it, you know, he's just undermined it all with one word. It's terrible, really.
Now, what do you think about it? Do you think Joe Coy's comments were inappropriate and not in right time? Or do you think they were justified and people are upset and too upset about these jokes and how they were made? This is Left Line, and I'm Alex Leeming.